Alright guys, in this video we are going to be doing an oil catch can on the supercharged Toyota 86. I've absolutely scoured the entire internet to find an install video of a catch can on a supercharged 86 with the SPRINTEX supercharger, and I could not find one single one. There's obviously lots with NA cars, but there was none for the supercharger, and it's a lot different with the supercharger because everything is in the way when you have the supercharger, which I will show you now. Alright, so the supercharger's here, and you can see the intake comes around the back, which gets in the way. The PCV line is here. It runs in from underneath and then runs up to the top of the crankcase. But on the stock cars, this isn't in the way, obviously, and it's a super simple install. So I've gone with the MISHIMOTO oil catch can. I went with a universal catch can. This is a compact one because I knew we just don't really need a very big one. So MISHIMOTO actually do have a direct BRZ catch can kit. It comes with the oil filter, the catch can, and then it comes with the lines and everything you need to do it, and a bracket to go onto the car. But none of that would have fit, and it's about 360 bucks or something like that. But nothing would have fit from that with my car because I have to replace it and I have to move it somewhere else. And I bought this braided, or this line from SUPERCHARGED, and then I had to get this fitting. Goes from like a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, I believe it was, or 10 mil to 12 mil, I think. I don't really know what it is. So the reason I had to use this fitting is because it comes out, the PCV line comes out in 10 mil, and then right at the end it goes to 12 mil, I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure. Just at the end, so then it hooks onto the fitting on the top of the intake. But because we're getting rid of that and we're running a 12 mil line to the catch can, so I just needed this to join onto the car, and then we're all good to go. Actually, also, I made up my own bracket that I'm going to be screwing into the firewall. I made this up out of aluminium and then just painted it black. So I just made it up out of this aluminium here. And then the paint job is absolutely horrible. Apparently you can't spray paint, I don't know, zinc. But yeah, we'll give you a look at that, what that's going to look like as well. Alright, so I'll just give you a bit of a rundown on what I've decided I'm going to do. So this is the PCV line here. I'm going to run this fitting into the PCV line. Then I've decided the best area for this, the catch can to fit, just because there's not a whole lot of room. Perfect, I just dropped the bracket. Just because there's not a whole lot of room here, I'm going to run it here. And this is the best place for it to sit with a fair bit of room. Alright, so we got the catch can mounted up. This is a little bit too long, this bracket, and it's kind of like flexing a bit, so I'm not going to do it now, but in the future I'm going to cut this back so that this catch can is sitting back about here. But you can see, you can tighten her up, loosen it, and then take it off whenever you need. Now we can start looking at running the PCV line, so we'll get into that now. So I've just got that fitting on, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, I believe. So all we're doing now, so you can also see here, that's where it normally runs into. And it just circulates from the bottom to the top. That's where you'll pick up your blow-by. So now that we've extended that or made that big to this 12 mil, we can look at running that line into the catch can. And then we've got our out, which our out will run back into the top of the manifold. So let's start cutting up that hose. Alright, so the catch can has an in and it has an out. I don't know if you can see that, but the in goes to the PCV valve, which is at the bottom, and the out goes to the top, which runs back into the manifold. So we'll get that all hooked up. Alright, so the in goes to the PCV valve, which is the line we've got coming up from the bottom, and the out is going to be going into the top of the manifold there. So I'll show you once it's all done up. Alright, so we're all done. Catch can installed. Homemade bracket. It's a bit wobbly, definitely needs a, I'll definitely fix that before the next track day, but it's in. And then we've got everything run to our PCV line and to the top of the manifold. I have to do this as like a big rush job because tomorrow it's going in to get put onto E85, and without the PCV line connected, it just doesn't really run at all. I don't know if you've seen my summer showdown video, the PCV line actually comes off and my car just runs like crap, and I couldn't figure it out for a little while, and then me and Bogger, we worked it out that it was off. So when it's off, the car just won't idle and just stalls, and it runs like a piece of crap. So I had to get this all lined up so that we can get it tuned and get it all put on E85.